Okay, right now give me a big cheer. Everybody, make some noise, guys. Yes, thank you so much. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much for being an amazing audience. You're an amazing audience. Now, guys, please pay attention. Please pay silence. What we've learned in this documentary is something incredible. My mentor, when I began this journey, he asked me a question. How do you change an entrenched system? A system exists and it is entrenched and you can't change it. So how do you change it is what he asked me. I thought about it for a long time and I contemplated and wondered how it is done. We have a system in place which is very long. It's been from when we were after our independence till now, we are still in that same system. Even the remnants of the old is still there. So I thought about it, and after some time, thought dawned on me that you cannot change an entrenched system. So my answer to him was, sir, we cannot change a system. Then he says, then what are you going to do? And I said, sir, the way to do this is to build a new system and simply start using it. As soon as you do that, you can simply use that system and let the old go. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how you change any entrenched system. And you bring about change. Hashtag Trying to Save the World, a documentary film about an ordinary citizen who tries to save the world and evolve. Literally. This journey began 2,218 days ago. On day 0, I wrote this log line. The line said, an ordinary citizen tries to save the world and evolve. So I started asking a question and I started writing down. At the end of the writing session, I wrote this line. This actor goes and meets such and such a person. 3 days later, I meet the person in real life. Manifestation, ladies and gentlemen. I come back to the script and I ask, hey, if I've written this, what else can come true? So I began the journey of hashtag Trying to Save the World. On day 1000, I contact Chandrasekhar, our PRO, and I tell him, see, in the movie Nayak, he goes and challenges the CM that I'll become a CM for a day and I'll solve everything live on TV. So I took that same concept and said, instead of trying to solve everything, let's just solve one thing. So we came there and I told him, hey, let's do the thing and try and see what happens. On day 1000, we ended up doing the same press meet that happens in the movie. I said, how far can I push this? I pushed it very, very, very far. 2,218 days later, I understand this one simple, fundamental rule of our entire civilization. The principle on which this civilization occurs or operates on is that the roads take from us, be it petrol, diesel, taxes, your lives, blood, sweat, tears, whatever little remaining sanity you have left in you. So, if roads are supposed to take, and that is the principle on which the civilization works, then how do we inverse this civilization prime principle? Hence, the roads must give back. With this little thought, we push the concept of manifestation to its absolute maximum, and Road to Satyam is the result of that. On day 2218, within a month, we were able to get a college, and thanks to everything, I'll be coming to that in a moment, and we were able to put together entire competition, an environment in which students, companies, innovators can build something that will take us towards evolution, something that will give us back. And this is what Road to Satyug is, an environment in which you can push your innovation. You can think. Nobody will tell you, hey, you can't do this. Hey, this is not possible. No, that won't happen here. The only thing that will happen here is, hey, are you building something? Build it bigger. Build it for everyone. So, we learned a lot from hashtag Trying to Save the World. 10,000 people were interviewed. Some of the greatest minds in the world. Nobel Prize winners. My mentor, Dr. Sudhakar Vanasi, the creator of 108, our ambulance service. Each individual has changed the socio-political landscape across the nation. These minds shaped the thinking that is now. So, in hashtag Trying to Save the World, we have learned a very big lesson. And we are going to make you experience that lesson before we move forward. Because once you experience that lesson, you will be able to navigate this world in the best possible way. Alright, so we are moving to the next part, which is the A to B test. In the documentary, 10,000 people have experienced this test. And today, you are going to be the largest audience that we have tried this on. At the end of this, you will learn something that will carry for your entire lives. And every team, every single person, every management, every being can move forward with such ease. So, with that, I present to you A to B.
You are all carrying phones, right? 2,500 parts. Our road model has only 4 functional parts. And we are changing civilization with 4 parts. With 25,000 parts, the 4 change the world. We brought connectivity. With 4 we'll change the world entirely. So solar panels charges, and then it gets through a microcontroller, and then we have a battery storage. And the idea is that this track itself, do you know in Calcutta we have electric trams? It's the same concept, but we are applying it to vehicles. And later we will also apply it to the train tracks. So solar energy goes into this microcontroller, then it goes to the power supply, and then it goes to the track. The track directly gives power to the vehicle. So the idea is simple. The vehicle's IC engine does not change. Okay, its internal combustion engine does not change. Petrol and diesel will remain as is. The teams will build a connection device between the track and the vehicle and derive power from the track directly. Our biggest problem with electric vehicles is battery and rare earth minerals. This is the biggest bottleneck for our EV jump. We don't want to do that. In this, what happens is we do not use batteries at all. The industrial battery is kept here in the road itself. Industrial batteries are easy to maintain and have high lifespans compared to the batteries that are used in electric vehicles. So this game-changing thinking gives us the ability to draw power directly from here and give it directly to the transmission of the vehicle. So when your vehicle is on this track, it will use power from the track, and as soon as it's off it, the IC engine starts and then it continues to run. So we'll automate it also eventually, and that is the whole concept. This is the first stage. The second stage is to add fruits, vegetables, crops and medicinal plants harvested with a service vehicle. So imagine this vehicle, you have 4 arms, robotic arms on this, and that vehicle serves the entire road. Alright, it will repair it, it will build it, it will plant the seeds, it will harvest it into water, and it will repair the roads, it will build, construct houses, all of this in the service vehicle. This is the eventual goal of Road to Satyug. So that maintenance, construction, development, and also the ecology is all serviced with this universal service bus or a universal service vehicle. So USB, what we did, just try to keep it as USB. So that's the idea. I'm going to quickly demonstrate this. The existing vehicles don't change. Only attachment will change or the tires will change if we do it that way. If the teams decide to do it that way. Alright, with that I'm going to give you a couple of laps of this. So as you can see, it draws power from the top as well as it's giving its turning. So we can have it automated. We don't actually have to drive our vehicles. We can simply put it onto the app, and then once your car is onto the road, it simply keeps going on and on. So that is the idea of this Road to Satyog engineering competition. Teams will build something like this, and then they will have the laps going on and on. We have done this very slowly. It's just a simple prototype for you to see and understand the concept. And so this is what it looks like. Eventually we'll have teams doing this fast slab and we'll be adding loads to them. They will be doing different methods of drawing power from there. So that's the idea. And I'll tell you a little bit about this road itself. So this is made out of, this bottom part is made out of plywood, of a 9mm plywood. And then we have this of scrap material, this particular thing on top. This at the bottom strip is just a SS steel sheet which we've CNC cut and we brought it into this shape to give it a track. Alright, so and this is just a rod, a simple rod which you use to simple and we put some washers at the bottom. This is the track. It is made from recycled, almost recycled materials except for the plywood because we need it flat. Other than that, everything else is recycled material. Even these models can be made through children's toys. This is basically a hobby kit at the bottom. This is a hobby kit at the bottom with the electronics and the motors, there's 4 motors, and it's a hobby kit. Child can make this, but we are making engineers do this. So imagine what we can make. So this is the idea of Road to Satyog, and let me just put this forward. Yeah. So yeah, we are going to make this highest load and most efficient. So we have base, track, vehicle, finished. This is what we are trying to achieve in the Road to Satyog engineering competition. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen.